Yes, Lagos has been very peaceful. We deployed our men very early, and we deployed them to strategic locations, vulnerable points. And by the time the protesters came out, our men were, were everywhere. Um, we we have been able to direct the protesters to the approved protest park, the Ganifa Emi Park on the Ikorodu Ojota, then the Peace Park in Ketu. And most of the protesters are presently there. We have been engaging them, and we have been, talking to them. It's been very peaceful, largely peaceful. The protesters and the policemen are talking together, and the atmosphere is peaceful. I went around the length and breadth of the state, and there's no gathering anywhere. Everywhere has been relatively peaceful. So far, so good in Lagos. Situation is very calm.
CP, Lagos naturally, people would have interest in Lagos because almost every family in Nigeria has somebody in Lagos these days. In terms of, your
Hello?
experiences, if you remember what happened, in the last protest, the NSAS, have you manned some of those areas where we saw breakdown of law and order during certain days during that NSAS protest? And then in terms of your engagement with citizens in the state, how fruitful have they been, and what are the concerns that were raised?
Well, there's no concern so far. The citizens the protesters have been very peaceful. They are friendly, and they have not shown any sign of violence. The policemen too have been engaging them, and the atmosphere is very, very peaceful. Within the state, around the states, everybody is going about their normal business. And there's no threat anywhere, there's no molestation or attack or any ill feelings anywhere. The state is peaceful, and I believe everybody is happy in the state.
In terms of being confined to the areas designated for the protests, what has the compliance level been? I mean, how has the compliance level been in terms of, complying with just confining those protests to the areas designated? Are we having gatherings in places outside the designated areas?
Oh, the compliance has been very, very good. In few instances where we have gathering outside the area for the protest, we have been able to convince them. We have been able to talk to them and advise them and convince them to move to the restricted venue of the protest, and they have obliged us, and they are presently there doing their protest in a very peaceful manner, with enough policemen providing security for them, preventing hoodlums, all these area boys whose stock in trade is to steal and cause violence and mayhem. The policemen are there, and they are very, very much on ground to make sure that the protest is never hijacked by any irate mob.
All right, this is day one of what's supposed to be a 10-day event. We don't know how long it will last, but this is day one, and some of the observations by my guests in the studio and some via Zoom is that based on the pictures seen in different parts of the country, some pictures even of old protests could galvanize even more people to come to the streets. Are your men prepared for that, or have you foreseen that kind of scenario? And if it eventually becomes a reality, are you ready?
Oh, we are not expecting such scenario in Lagos. We have interacted cordially with the protesters. I think I must say we have formed a synergy with them, and they have conducted themselves in a very peaceful manner. As the protest continues, we hope to build more cordiality and friendship with them, so that at the end of the day, the protest will end up totally peaceful.
Commissioner of Police, Lagos State Commander, that is Mr. Adekoke Ayode. Thank you very much for taking your time off that very busy schedule you have for today to answer our call. Thank you very much for your time. We wish you the very best in this assignment. Thank you so much.